I think I got accepted into City Year before I found out about grad school, but I'd already decided to do it over grad school anyway. And then if I'd gotten into grad school, I might have deferred. But I didn't get into grad school, which is, whatever. I'm all right with that. And so then I was going to come out to City Year, and I had connected with someone on the website where we got to know people in advance, and I was planning on living with her. And so then she had gotten promotion to a senior core role. I was like, hey, you should reach out to ask about this, because I think it was kind of like because I think they still have a slot left, but also because I can't live with you if if you're like the different tier of person in the organization. So I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll reach out and find out about it. So they reviewed kind of my materials and then said, well, we'd like you to come out. And so I flew out to New Hampshire. I interviewed. I stayed with Megan McClure, who was then my boss the next year, but also has become one of my best friends. And it was this kind of whirlwind of learning, meeting the people, interviewing, living with the people that were currently doing this kind of senior core role, and figuring out if they wanted me for it, and me figuring out if I wanted for it. I'd already been accepted into the program. This was like kind of like the next level and like a leadership role, which I didn't really understand. I got it and accepted it, and then from about 3 weeks after I came out, I was having to lead people and was just kind of pushed into this role of more leadership than management, as they are things that I very much believe have different kind of foundations in what they mean and what they do. But mostly leading, sometimes kind of managing a team to results, and putting on this cross-state service learning program for middle schoolers. And it was good. It was a good experience. It really pushed me. I think that, just like some of the, when I was a teenager and moved out, I kind of like was pushed to mature faster. I think this in a different sort of way, like I was thrust into this leadership role, so it didn't mean that I wasn't still, being a goofball on the weekends and during the week sometimes, but I felt a responsibility and a certain ownership over doing it well and not wanting to screw it up. So I think that also kind of enabled me to take that leadership portion of it seriously, so that I was able to be successful in that year. After that year, I decided I was interested in coming back, so I applied, and for the same, or not the same role again, but another senior core role. And I was responsible for doing a lot of the trainings and logistics around the 1 day a week that City Year core members receive, civic learning and social justice training and kind of school-based training, and figuring out what they're doing after their City Year experience, and their reflection exercises. So I was in charge of kind of all of those portions with the program, in cooperation with the program director. He kind of gave me my marching orders, and then I would work on them and kind of present this stuff. And that was a really cool experience too. I think that the team that we were on that year was a really close team, and I think that I formed a lot of friendships. And honestly, like similarly to my fraternity in college, there's a lot of reasons why I might not have made it through that experience if it wasn't for that how solid those friendships and those bonds were.